Greetings. The intent of this video is twofold. The information that we'll cover with some of these diagrams will help to explain what we're looking to accomplish with the next video that you'll be responsible for. Both of these will be posted in your Google Classroom website, and as I've been mentioned, the first objective is to cover some diagrams that I think will help you understand the video and then watch the video in preparation for what we're going to cover the next day. So the topic we're going to talk about, our learning goal 3, deals with homeostasis, and that involves a stable environment within your body, or a stable environment within an ecosystem. Obviously this is anatomy class and we're talking about the human body, so we're trying to identify what stability is in your body. And if you look at this diagram, shows a gentleman balancing, and there's balance. This picture represents balance, and for homeostasis to exist, balance needs to occur. Oftentimes in your body, an imbalance exists where some other factor, whether it be external or internal, impacts your body in a potentially negative way and throws the balance that once existed out of whack, so to speak. So there can be balance, and balance is related to homeostasis. When an imbalance occurs, that homeostasis no longer exists. When an imbalance exists, certain things happen. And this is a diagram that we will talk about and we'll fill out together to help create a basic understanding. So this diagram shows when an imbalance exists, when homeostasis does not exist within your body. And it often starts with an aspect of your body that is impacted by something internal or external. In this case, we're going to use how the control center of your brain relates to those factors. So the first step involves homeostatic regulation. So how is homeostasis regulated in your body? Well, it starts off in this example with the thermoregulatory center of the brain. So this part of your brain kind of monitors your internal temperature. So we're using an example of something that occurs within your body. So in this case, we're looking at the thermoregulation, the temperature regulation within your body. So the first step involves the receptor. A receptor in your body identifies that your body temperature might be out of whack. And we'll talk about sensors and receptors and things like that as we go. But for this process, the receptor identifies something good not occurring within your body. And from there, that information is passed on to the control center. In this case, we were talking about temperature of your body, and this part of your brain specifically deals with that. We'll talk about that later. But the control center acquires that information from the receptor. So the receptor identifies something's out of sequence, out of whack. It sends that information to the control center in your brain. And from there, your brain processes that information and determines what needs to occur. And in essence, the third step involves an effector. This effector responds to the command of the control center. So in this case, it may adjust the temperature within your body, or in a manner that increases it or lowers it, depending on what external factors impacting it. And then from there, what you have is a response. The response deals directly with what the effector is trying to accomplish. And we'll talk about those as we go in specific examples. But that's in essence the process we're talking about in relation to maintaining homeostasis. And we'll talk about this much more in depth as we go. The video that you'll watch after this shows real life examples of this process occurring. And it's kind of unique because it involves a large city and an individual. So it shows two different ends of the spectrum, but the same process that we just identified in this chart, in this diagram, alludes to that. So watch this video and the attached video that will help explain what we just talked about. If you have any questions, let me know, but we'll see you in class the next day to go over. Thanks.